Hey parents, home is a place to laugh, learn, and play, and a place where everyone should always feel safe. That's why at Kidda, we believe that protecting children from house fires is everyone's cause. Join us in our mission to help families everywhere learn about fire safety so we can help keep children safe at home and ensure lots more laughs in the future. Learn about the importance of smoke alarms and creating your own home fire safety plan by visiting causefораlarm.org.
Hello, critter protectors. Mr. Jim here, and welcome to Kids Animal Stories, a place where there's always a mystery and adventure around every single corner. If you love critters of all shapes and sizes, I need you on our Critter Protector team. Join our adventure as we learn about critters from around the world and in our backyards. Well, my friends, are you ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go!
On the last adventure, we met Remi and Hal, our mystery critters, who are on a special quest. We know they are large for their species, they fly really well, live near farms, and aren't bothered by poop. Gross. Maybe some kind of pesky critter? I'm not sure, and definitely make sure that you've listened to part 1 for a couple other clues about biting. But we better listen in to find out what happens next. When Remi and Hal are done completing a very special assignment, they will be able to become knights. The last step has something to do with finding an animal larger than a cow. Do you remember that? Have you thought of what animal at a barn might be bigger than a cow? Nothing really fits this description inside the barn, so off they flew outside the barn doors. Then, to their great surprise, this animal was standing right in front of them. Standing straight ahead, just a few feet away, was a beautiful black stallion. It had a shiny black coat, a long black mane, and he stood almost twice as tall as a cow.
This has to be it,
Hal said very excitedly.
Most definitely. Wow, he's pretty big.
Remi wasn't quite as excited. The horse looked scary, and he was nervous about what the last step might have them do.
Okay, let's see here.
Hal started to read the last assignment.
Take a ride upon this steed, and you will complete your noble deed.
Ride the steed? Are you crazy?
Remi began to panic. He couldn't imagine riding something even half that size.
Remi, we've gotten this far. Come on, how hard can it be?
Hal was much more optimistic.
We can do it together.
Well, I guess I have nothing to lose except my everything.
The friends flew right up to the horse and landed near his tail. He twitched it a little, and a little more, then a lot more.
What's he trying to do?
Remi shouted. Hold on a second. If you've ever seen a large farm animal, especially a horse like a stallion, you might have noticed them twitching their tail back and forth. On hot sunny days, you might even notice it more. What are they usually trying to brush away? Some kind of small critter? An insect?
I think he's trying to whip us off,
shouted Hal. They held on for dear life, and the horse flicked his tail and started trotting around the pen. With every swing, Remi held on a little tighter, and so did Hal. Then, as the horse made it to the other side of the fence, he swung his tail so hard that they both went flying down into the underbrush on the other side of the horse's pen. Remi laid on the ground. and lay perfectly still, afraid to move a muscle. When he opened his eyes, he could see Hal doing the same. Then out of nowhere, they started to hear cheering.
Hooray! Woo! You did it!
The shouting got closer and closer, and soon Remi was surrounded by friends, family, and the entire council. He realized he was safely outside of the horse's pen, which definitely helped him perk up a bit. Everyone had been waiting for Remi and Hal and had been watching from afar. Without even knowing it, Remi had performed the challenge of his life in front of almost every insect he knew.
Remi, Hal, you both showed extreme bravery. You've earned your knighthood.
Remi knelt in front of the council of knights as they announced,
It is with great honor and pride that I present you, Sir Remi, Clydesdale of the Royal Flyers.
Everyone cheered and Remi smiled. He couldn't believe how far he'd come. He was excited to be part of the fly team, surveying the land and protecting the species. He was also excited for the pollen he'd get to eat along the route. He was actually quite hungry from today's adventure.
Thank you, everyone. Now, I guess, off to the next adventure!
Remi said, and as he flew off into the field with his best friend by his side and pride in his wings. Wow! All right, my critter protectors, let's make some final guesses. This critter is an insect found near farms because of the livestock. You might see horses swat them away. They have big eyes and are expert flyers. And Remi's mom even mentioned a breakfast of blood. Ugh, but Remi likes pollen. Do you have any guesses of what Remi might be? Well, my critter protectors, the mystery critter is a horsefly. It's not just any horsefly, though. It's a pale, giant horsefly, which can measure up to 1 inch long. Holy smokes, that's a big fly. The females are the biters and can be seen flying around cows or other large livestock. The males eat pollen and nectar. Wow, that is pretty awesome. And I'm so glad that Remi and his friend Hal were able to work together to complete their challenges and become some very brave knights. This may be the end of our story, but it is only just the beginning of some amazing adventures that lie ahead for Remi and Hal, the pale giant horseflies. The end. Great job, you listened all the way to the end, and it's time for some Critter Protector shoutouts. I want to say hey to William from Ontario, Elliot from Colorado, Colt and Elijah from Maryland, Shruti from Washington, and Brody from California. I'm so glad that you're all Critter Protectors. We could not protect all the critters in the world and in our backyards without you, my friends. Well, you have a super duper day, and I will see you on our next adventure. Bye!
Hey parents, home is a place to laugh, learn, and play, and a place where everyone should always feel safe. That's why at Kidda, we believe that protecting children from house fires is everyone's cause. Join us in our mission to help families everywhere learn about fire safety so we can help keep children safe at home and ensure lots more laughs in the future. Learn about the importance of smoke alarms and creating your own home fire safety plan by visiting causefораlarm.org.